Today we have an important proclamation. Whereas the mission of the Women, Infants, and Children, or WIC, organization is to improve the nation's health by working collectively to protect, promote, and support breastfeeding. And whereas breast milk is the preferred and most appropriate source of nutrition for infants, adapting over time to meet the changing needs of the growing infant, and whereas breastfeeding provides a safe, reliable, and renewable food source, especially critical during natural disasters and emergency situations. And whereas this year's theme, Prioritize Breastfeeding, Create Sustainable Support Systems, was chosen to highlight our roles in supporting breastfeeding to create a sustainable environment while simultaneously reducing the impact of climate change caused by artificial feeding. And whereas the City of San Marcos WIC program serves breastfeeding families by providing education, support, and supplies that aid in the continuation of breastfeeding and lactation consultation services. Now, therefore, I, Jane Houston, by virtue of the authority vested in me as Mayor of the City of San Marcos, Texas, do hereby proclaim the month of August as National Breastfeeding Month, and do call upon all persons of the City of San Marcos to recognize the importance of breastfeeding for the health and well-being of infants. Thank y'all for what you do to make sure our little ones get a really, really good start.
Okay, so at WIC, we do provide breastfeeding resources, referrals, also incentives for all our breastfeeding moms through their breastfeeding journey, and to provide all the education we can.
Just to add to that, our peer counselors, some of whom are here today, provide a lot of one-on-one support to our moms starting in pregnancy, educating, supporting, and really giving them the resources and tools that they need to be successful. We also have our international board certified lactation consultant here. She is also available to our clients for those higher risk scenarios or more complex breastfeeding issues between mom and infant. And then we also have access through the Texas WIC program to hotlines that are available 24/7 to our WIC moms. So thank you, Mayor, for the proclamation. We appreciate it.
And how does one make it known that they need your services? They call, stop by, find you on the website. Can you make an appointment on the website?
Yes,
Okay. TexasWIC.org. All right, great. I know y'all provide some great services. We want to make sure people know and can get there. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
A proclamation. Whereas Hays County Food Bank represents a countywide effort to provide nutritious food to individuals and families facing food insecurity, made possible through the generous support of individuals, civic organizations, local government, and businesses. And whereas households with children are disproportionately affected by food insecurity, and many do not qualify for the federal nutrition assistance programs, such as the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, relying instead on food banks and community-based food programs for supplemental support. And whereas in 2024, Hays County Food Bank and its partners served an average of 900 low-income households each week, distributing over 70,000 boxes of food to those in need. And whereas in 2024, Hayes Food Bank distributed 1.5 million pounds of food through 6 public food distributions and 32 last-mile sites and provided 1,500 holiday meal kits to community members. And whereas more than half of all clients served by the Hayes County Food Bank in 2024 were residents of San Marcos, with 3,800 boxes of food distributed directly to San Marcos households. And whereas the need for food assistance continues to grow, and the Hayes County Food Bank is purchasing significantly more food this year to meet demand, making community donations more critical than ever. And whereas National Hunger Action Month, observed each September, is a national campaign led by Feeding America to raise awareness of hunger in the United States and to encourage all Americans to take action in the fight against hunger. Now, therefore, I, Jane Hewson, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of San Marcos, Texas, do hereby proclaim the month of September 2025 as Hunger Action Month, and do hereby call upon all persons in the communities of Hayes County to recognize and support the good work by the Hayes County Food Bank in providing essential nutritional needs to individuals and families. Thank you for what you do, because the need is out there. As a former president of the food bank, I know a little, but I think the need has increased greatly since I left the board. So thank you for what you do.
Thank you, Mayor. I am very emotional today because it is day one of people shopping in our new facility. We're having a big celebration next Wednesday on the 27th. Invite anyone who wants to. It's all over our Facebook. You can get all the details about it because we could not be more happy and proud. And today, when people came in and we were able to welcome them to where they parked their cars, they did not stand in line. They pushed a grocery cart down the shelves and picked what they wanted, full grocery carts out to the cars all day long today. And everyone was telling us, thank you. And when you just said thank you, I've been having tears in my eyes all day as I've said, you are welcome, because they are. You're welcome. You're welcome to come shop. We're certainly welcome to come volunteer. We'd love to have you. And last September, you may notice we're holding cereal. Last September, we invited you to stack the mac. The mayor brought a stack her height of macaroni and cheese, and we raised more than a ton of macaroni and cheese. It was 2,600 pounds. There were 13,500 servings of macaroni and cheese that went out to everybody in the county who needed it. This year, our campaign for September is Wake Up, Hayes County. It's for breakfast cereal. I bought a minivan, not our big van, but a minivan of cereal over the weekend, and there were only 4 boxes left when I left the food bank to come here. So we're asking everybody to help us build that wall of cereal all through September. So your football team, your Girl Scout troop, anyone who wants to raise cereal, that'd be great. I think the Kyle Senior Zone was the macaroni champions last year. They got more than 500 boxes of macaroni and cheese just for the fun of it. And when we showed up to get it, they were wearing macaroni and cheese costumes, which just outclassed us. So I could not be happier today to be part of the food bank and have this opportunity to bring this to everyone. The city manager's office, the city council. Boy, when I tell you this was a team effort, it sure was. And to all our donors and everything, thank you so much in joining the fight against hunger.
And where is this new fabulous place?
It's right on the frontage road. I'll tell you a couple things. The address is 1612 South IH 35. Used to be the Hayes County Barbecue. Still all wooden inside, but I have no barbecue available. But I will also say, if you are taking the bus, get off at the Texas Roadhouse. It's closer than the next bus stop.
Good, thank you. can move on outside. Thank you. A proclamation. Whereas Cenecor's partnerships with local schools and community organizations have been instrumental in promoting drug awareness, prevention, and healthier lifestyles throughout the San Marcos community. And whereas the urgency of addressing the opioid crisis is underscored by the tragic loss of 466 lives to overdose in Hays County in 2023 alone. And whereas International Overdose Awareness Day, observed on August 31st, provides a vital opportunity to honor those lost to overdose, support grieving families, and renew our community's commitment to ending the stigma associated with substance use and drug-related deaths. And whereas raising awareness about the dangers of opioid and drug misuse can lead to a more informed and prepared community that is better equipped to recognize signs of overdose and take life-saving action. And whereas acknowledging International Overdose Awareness Day serves as a call to action for policymakers to prioritize funding and resources for addiction prevention, harm reduction, and treatment programs. And whereas this day also highlights the importance of increasing access to naloxone and other overdose reversing medications, as well as providing community training on their use to prevent fatal overdoses. And whereas this proclamation fosters community solidarity by offering a platform to share stories of loss, recovery, and resilience, strengthening hope and unity in the face of a continuing public health crisis. Now, therefore, I, Jane Houston, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of San Marcos, Texas, do hereby proclaim the 31st day of August 2025 as International Overdose Awareness Day, and do hereby call upon all persons in San Marcos to recognize the importance of recognizing the need to prioritize efforts to stop the opioid and drug misuse and take steps to renew a commitment to ending substance use and drug-related deaths. Thank you for bringing this to us and promoting awareness.
Thank you. I just wanted to announce that we are ramping up for our second annual Overdose Awareness Day event. It will be at Mocha's and Java's this year. And so it is an open mic. It'll be from 6:30 to 8:30 on August 31st. That's a Sunday. So if you'd like to come, if you want more information, you can just Google Overdose Awareness Day event in San Marcos, and it should be one of the first ones to populate. So the one on North LBJ. Yeah. Thank you for asking that. Yes. So yeah, we would love to see everybody there. It's an open mic, so stories, poems. It's just a space for the community to come together and grieve and hopefully heal together too. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you for what you do, and thank you for hosting that. A proclamation. Whereas William Bill Hudson was born on September 6, 1936, at 733 Center Street in San Marcos's historically black Dunbar neighborhood, the third of 4 children born to Floyd Wayman Hudson, a talented musician and community leader, and Maddie Lee Edwards Hudson, a custodian at then Southwest Texas Teachers College. And whereas after losing his father at age 5 and his mother 10 years later, Bill and his siblings lived with relatives in San Antonio, where he completed high school and enlisted in the U.S. Air Force. And whereas Bill, as in the Air Force, he trained as a radar technician, but racial discrimination prevented him from finding employment in his field, redirecting him to the artistic talents he had developed through correspondence courses in his teens. And whereas despite early hardships, Bill Hudson became an internationally renowned artist. He spent most of his adult life traveling to more than 28 countries and living and working in Ohio, New York, Paris, Amsterdam, India, and many countries in Africa. He became friends with many of the prominent and experimental contemporary artists of the late mid-century as he continued to refine his artistic style. His works have been acquired by museums, galleries, and private collections worldwide. And whereas in 1989, Hudson settled in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, serving as a beloved professor of painting and endowed artist in residence at Franklin and Marshall College for over 20 years. He donated his largest collection of art and memorabilia to the Franklin and Marshall Phillips Museum. And whereas while internationally recognized, Hudson was virtually unknown in his hometown until 2018. A chance encounter brought his existence to the attention of curators Linda Kelsey Jones of the Calaboose African American History Museum and Margot Handworker of Texas State University Galleries, whose efforts would culminate in a citywide 5 arts venue collaboration to honor his legacy. 5 local arts groups collaborated to create overlapping exhibits of more than 60 of his artworks from September 2021 to May of 2022, with support from the San Marcos Arts Commission. As Hudson's health was beginning to fail, the celebration of his achievements was timely. And whereas early in the conversation between the curators and Hudson, he had repeated his interest in translating one or more of his paintings into stained glass. Though he was involved in early stages of the planning, his health was deteriorating, so he could not take creative control. Sadly, Bill Hudson passed on September 21 of 2022. The group that had been working on the stained glass project, which included Bill's longtime friend, Franklin and Marshall's colleague, and estate executrix Padmini Mangia, decided to move forward by selecting one or more of his iconic paintings to translate into glass. The centerpiece of the recent citywide exhibit had been a canvas called Homestead. Painted between 1979 and 90, the piece details his experience growing up in the family house, the Dunbar neighborhood, and at that time, a segregated San Marcos. They chose that piece for the new work. And whereas the San Marcos Arts Commission had been looking for a public art project for the library for over a year when this project was suggested to them in 2024, and it was a perfect fit. Locally renowned River City Glassworks was commissioned. The Calaboose contributed funds in July of 2024 to start the design process, and the final approval from everyone, including the library board of directors, came together in September. Construction of the artwork began in January 2025, was completed in May, and installed on August 8th. And whereas the commissioned piece, Homestead Revisited, created by River City Glassworks artists Sonia Kretschmer and Catherine Welch, incorporates the vibrant colors of much of Hudson's abstract work and reflects symbols from his Dunbar community origins. Now, therefore, I, Jane Houston, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of San Marcos, Texas, do hereby proclaim the 19th day of August as Bill Hudson Day, and do hereby call upon the San Marcos community to honor an artist whose work bridges his San Marcos origins with his international legacy in the stained glass window at the San Marcos Library. Well, thank y'all for all working all of this, the exhibits last year and this one. And who's going to tell me when and where it is? Is that you? When it is? When's the celebration?
Oh, the celebration is Sunday, August 31st, from between 4 and 5 p.m. at the library. And you can tell more about that because you're in charge of that.
None at all. No, the celebration is going to be open to the public, and we'd love to have everybody from the community who is available to come. We're really excited about the piece. The Arts Commission and art staff were really excited to do this piece, and it just looks so good where it is. So we just want to show it off to the public. And this said it all, so that's all I've got.
I just want to apologize. I've sworn to write no more proclamations that are books.
We had to cut a little bit out of there, and because he has such a legacy and he accomplished so much, but we've tried to just leave in the highlights. So thank you for bringing this to us, and thanks for getting this done. It's going to make our beautiful library even more beautiful.
Good afternoon, Mayor Houston. It's our honor to be here today to recognize firefighter Hayden Allen. Hayden was hired by the San Marcos Fire Department on November 27th of 2023 and has successfully completed all of the requirements of his one-year probationary period. Hayden will be pinned today by his wife Samantha, who will be joined by their 8-month-old daughter Kennedy.
I, Hayden Allen,
I, Hayden Allen,
solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of firefighter, emergency medical technician
the duties of firefighter, emergency medical technician
for the city of San Marcos,
for the city of San Marcos,
Hays County,
Hays County,
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
reserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state.
and of this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Welcome.
Thank you.